Hello, darlings. We're going to stand up because we know you can't see down the back.
Vous ne voyez pas dans le fond.
Hello. We're very happy to be here. It's not often that Renee and I get on a stage together, so
Vraiment ravis d'être là. On n'a pas souvent l'occasion d'être toutes les deux ensemble sur scène.
Does anybody have any questions for us?
Est-ce que vous avez des questions pour nous?
Sorry.
Okay.
We love you.
Hi guys. Hello.
Hello.
And
I'm
not
from
back.
Malta.
So they're all sitting before.
Sending
So
love
we can see
from
over.
over there because I'm the only one from Malta. Anyone else from Malta? Je viens de Malte. Est-ce qu'il y a d'autres gens de Malte dans la place?
You are the only one.
I'm the only one. But I know there are friends and I'm sending their love.
Thank you, that's lovely.
My first question is, I speak for most of us here that the ending was a bit, we're not that really fans of Xena dying at the end.
She doesn't die. She just is disintegrated down into ashes, but she can totally be reconstituted. You just add water.
Elle ne meurt pas à la fin, elle est juste réduite à sang, elle est juste désintégrée, mais elle se met des eaux, on peut la réincarner.
Like those things that grow?
Yeah, like the crystal tree.
Yeah.
But that's my idea for like a comedy adventure movie, is that Gabrielle and Joxa have to go and dig Xena up and put her back together again, coalesce her, and then go and kick some ass.
C'est mon idée pour une suite de série, de faire que Joxa et Gabrielle viennent récupérer les cendres de Xena, la fasse revivre et qu'ils repartent tous pour quelques combats de plus. Voilà.
We would just get it wrong though. We'd have one arm on the
Totally
wrong
wrong.
side.
What was the question?
Yes, I was trying to ask if hypothetically there was a movie, hypothetically, okay? And you looked to start as Xena and you, Renee, as Gabrielle, and had the chance to write it. How would you portray your characters and the storyline? And what other characters would you choose to be part of the story?
Okay, that's 100 questions you just asked. Do you think that girl wants her question answered too? No. Anyway, I told you my idea.
And would write it? Yeah.
I translate the question.
Go on then.
Si vous, dans l'hypothèse d'un éventuel film, et que vous jouiez Xena et que René jouait Gabrielle, et si vous aviez la possibilité d'écrire l'histoire comme vous le souhaitiez, comment ça se passerait? Comment seraient vos personnages et quels autres personnages incluriez-vous dans l'histoire?
What would you do, Ren?
I think that we'd go back to the boat. Remember the boat where it ended? And Gabrielle's fishing. And then Xena just pops up out of the water.
It was just a dream while you were on the bar.
On reviendrait au bateau avec René qui pêche et puis Xena tout d'un coup qui apparaît avec le poisson dans la main.
My favorite thing was when they would try to humiliate us with giving us things like skin conditions or head lice or something. That was always, to me, the funniest thing.
Ma scène préférée, c'est quand on essayait de nous humilier.
Say dermatitis. You remember you had foot rot?
So in the new movie, then you come up out of the water and you have these scales because you've been out there for too long.
I smell like a fish.
Si dans le nouvel épisode tu sortais de l'eau avec le poisson, tu dis est-ce que tu trouves que je sens le poisson?
You're sorry you asked that question now, aren't you?
Maintenant tu regrettes d'avoir posé cette question.
Okay, prochaine, s'il vous plaît. Hello.
Hiya. You both have kids, and I was just wondering if they've ever seen any of your work. I mean, Xena's a cult show. It's something most people know. So, have they?
Vous avez toutes les deux des enfants. Xena est une série culte. Est-ce que vos enfants ont déjà vu votre travail, Xena en particulier?
I have one.
Yeah.
with Iris. I let my daughter Iris watch the episode where Gabrielle has the rabbit.
J'ai laissé ma fille regarder l'épisode où Gabriel est avec le lapin.
She's
Does the rabbit die? The rabbit dies, right?
The rabbit comes out with his teeth and attacks her. She was traumatized. She said, "No more, Xena, never, no more."
L'épisode où le lapin attaque et ma fille était traumatisée, elle ne plus jamais de Xena.
So,
My daughter was 5 or 6 years old when it started, and so she would come to set, but for her, my work was as boring as if you work in the bank and you take your child is bored. My daughter was not interested as a child, and my boys, I don't know if they've seen it either actually. They only care about their own world, you know, they don't care about your history, they want you to service their world.
Ma fille avait déjà 5-6 ans quand j'ai joué Xena et je l'ai amenée sur le tournage, mais bon, pour elle c'était à peu près aussi ennuyeux que si vous travaillez dans une banque et que vous ameniez votre enfant, vous regardez travailler, ça l'intéressait absolument pas. Mon garçon, je ne sais pas s'ils ont déjà vu Xena, mais vous savez, les enfants ont leur propre univers et s'occupent plus de leur univers, ne cherchent pas trop à savoir ce qu'elle a pu être votre vie.
my son likes to make his own costumes. So he takes like this giant metal circle and he makes a Captain America shield. And he paints it, and I think he would have loved it because he would have been in the costume department rating it.
You can, you can show him your work. Would he watch it, or is it too girly for him?
It's probably not, yeah. No, he appreciates it and talks about it a little bit what he has seen. But he saw the episode where we're in the haunted house, you know, with all the monsters and then the worms. Remember the worms? Like she's washing her hand, it's just worms.
You would think I would remember that.
I know, it's a while ago. But that's the one that he most likes right now. Yeah.
Et mon fils, lui plutôt porté sur les costumes, il aime bien jouer avec le bouclier, il sait me faire un bouclier de Captain America. Et puis dans les épisodes regardés, plutôt celui qu'il a préféré, ce serait celui où on est dans la maison hantée avec des serpents, etc. Tout celui-là.
La question prochaine.
Enchanté.
Bonjour.
I have a question for both Renee and then a separate one for Lucy. My first question is to do with the scrolls that Gabrielle writes on. Obviously, like the setting for Xena is in ancient Greece, but the actual symbols that you write in aren't in Greek. And I was wondering if they were some other language made up by the writers, or if it was actually Maori, or if you could just, even if you know.
Runes. I think it was runes.
Ma question concerne les parchemins sur lesquels Gabriel écrit. Donc, la série se place à l'époque de la Grèce antique, mais je voulais savoir quelle était l'écriture utilisée justement sur les parchemins. Est-ce que c'est des écritures prises des écritures existantes, ou est-ce qu'il y a une écriture inventée pour la série elle-même?
Actually, the prop department, the guys that led the props and created them, they would write out the scrolls for us. So I would just open it up and see what they had left for me. And then every now and then I would take a little bit of a quill and try to dip it in ink and continue on, you know, just to leave them a note back. Yeah, that was all.
En fait, c'est la personne qui s'occupe de tous les accessoires qui rédigeait les parchemins. Moi, je découvrais à chaque fois ce qui avait pu être écrit dessus et je prenais ma plume et j'essayais de continuer dans la lignée de ce qui avait déjà été fait.
Thank you. And Lucy, obviously you live between Auckland and New Zealand and America. Are you treated sort of differently by the people you receive differently? Like, do you have to hide from the public, or are you more accepted in New Zealand? Like, sort of, they know who you are and.
Yeah, in New Zealand they know who I am, and I think they want to just give me my privacy. They don't want to be caught looking at you, so I just feel completely alone. No, they're great. I have a new, I go up and I introduce myself now. First thing, when I go to a party or a school event or something, I go up and I force myself on them. Otherwise, no one will talk to you the whole night. So, and they're very sweet. They're lovely. The minute I do that, everything's fine. But it took me a long time to figure that out.
Et vous partagez votre vie entre la Nouvelle-Zélande et les États-Unis. Est-ce que vous êtes traité de la même façon, reçu de la même façon dans les deux pays? Est-ce qu'on vous perçoit de la même manière? La Nouvelle-Zélande, c'est le pays où j'ai véritablement où j'ai grandi. Hein, c'est chez moi. Mais c'est vrai que on respecte plus ma vie privée là-bas. J'ai une plus grande vie privée, il y a plus de respect par rapport à ça là-bas. Et c'est vrai que si c'est pas moi qui vais un peu vers les gens, on me laisse tranquille, je suis très seule.
It's a little bit different now because I sometimes write for the newspaper, and for some reason that has made a big difference. Now people have something to talk to me about, and that's a big difference. Now New Zealanders will introduce themselves to me a little bit more. Before, I think I was just a strange I'd been living away for a long time, so they didn't quite know what to do with me, you know, to relate.
Ma relation avec les Néo-Zélandais a un petit peu changé parce que j'ai quand même vécu à l'étranger pendant très longtemps. Donc peut-être qu'ils ne savaient pas trop comment faire par rapport à moi. Mais maintenant que j'écris dans le journal, on me reconnaît un peu plus. Et puis moi-même, je connais un peu plus aussi les Néo-Zélandais. Donc la relation a un peu évolué.
Hi Renee. Hi Lucy. So Xena was a series about a true love story between Xena and Gabriel, as you know, of course.
Comme vous le savez, Xena est une véritable histoire d'amour entre Gabriel et Xena.
And so I have two questions for both of you. The first one is, which scene for you is the most romantic and love scene between Xena and Gabriel?
Alors pour vous, quelle est la scène la plus emblématique et la plus romantique entre Gabriel et Xena?
And the second one, so, well, you know that in France there was the law about the gay marriage, and since 1 year there is a rise of homophobia in France, and there is people who manifest against LGBT people. And I would like to know if you support LGBT people in France, and if you would like to be the godmother for the next gay pride, who takes place in June in Paris.
Yes, because that would be so fun.
I'm one person who take part of the organization of the march, and now we're looking for
A God-fearing godmother.
Yeah, and I think you could be the best people for be the godmother for this march. So if you would like.
Vous savez qu'il y a une loi pour le mariage homosexuel qui a été votée en France l'année dernière. Depuis, on a vu une montée de l'homophobie. Est-ce que vous soutenez les personnes homosexuelles, lesbiennes, transsexuelles? Et est-ce que vous voudriez être nos marraines pour la prochaine Gay Pride à Paris en juin?
Look, it doesn't really I don't think it needs to be said anymore, but I will just say it. Gay rights are just human rights. Every human being is valuable. Doesn't matter who you sleep with, as long as it's consenting adults, as long as it's safe, no one gets hurt. So obviously, we're pro-human. So that contained within that is obviously pro-LGBT rights, because they're humans. Does this really need to be said anymore? As for that sounds really fun. I hope I am in the area, because I try not to fly too much, trying to make my carbon footprint small. That sounds totally fun. I wish that would be awesome. I would like that.
Donc,
je sais même pas s'il y a encore vraiment besoin de le préciser, mais les droits des personnes, qu'elles soient homosexuelles ou non, sont avant tout les droits de l'être humain, et tous les hommes ont la même valeur, quelle que soit leur conviction, quelle que soit la personne avec laquelle ils sont en couple. Les droits sont les mêmes, nous supportons avant tout, c'est l'humain que nous supportons. Mais bien entendu, on soutient les droits des personnes lesbiennes, homosexuelles ou transsexuelles. Et ça serait un véritable plaisir d'être en arène de la Gay Pride.
And but the other question, I knew that when Xenite took the flint out of my toe, that it was true love.
Parce que pour la scène, c'est quand Xena a retiré l'épine de mon pied, je pense que c'était véritablement une preuve d'amour.
And until it is written by the writers, it's not explicit. But when they did that episode, whether they are gay or not, to you and me, we didn't feel the need to answer that question. But when they did that episode where the reporter is there and he has the recorder and it cut out, to me, that was confirmation. It was like, so we have been gay all this time. I had no idea. Fine. Okay, to me that was definitive.
Hello guys, welcome. My question it's for both of us.
Sorry. Go ahead. I'm a very naughty lady. What did I say? I can't remember what the episode is. What? You were there. What did I say? I said until the writer writes, if the character is gay or not, it's not our job to make that decision. We just bring it to life. But for me, the moment that I went, was you are there.
Donc c'est pas jusqu'à ce que ça a été posé clairement par les auteurs, c'était pas à nous de prendre la décision sur la relation qu'entretenaient les deux personnages. Nous, on incarnait les personnages et on suivait le scénario, et à ce moment-là on s'est dit, avec les réactions aussi des gens, on se dit tiens, c'est comme ça qu'on l'a joué.
So I'm concerned we won't get to the end of the line, so we may need to make it just one question, and we'll need to make it quicker because I don't want that little lady to miss out. Huh? 20 minutes more. See, we're halfway through, so
Je vais
let's
sûr que vous
make it a
allez
bit
jusqu'au bout
quicker.
des gens, donc il va peut-être falloir faire juste une question par personne.
All right, my question then. I would like to know what Xena taught Lucy and what Gabrielle taught Renee.
Well, actually, I'm terrible. I never answered the question. But what I learned from Xena is to have a sense of humor.
Je veux savoir qu'est-ce que Xena a appris à Gabrielle, qu'est-ce que Gabrielle a pu apprendre à Xena. Pour Renée, Gabrielle a pris le sens de l'humour.
Now do I have to say what Gabrielle taught me?
Vraiment dire ce que
Gabrielle taught me that a stick is mightier than a sword.
J'ai appris qu'un bâton était plus dangereux qu'une épée.
Because I was always so jealous, because she had the stick, and when you fight with a stick, you can hit them. You're like 6 feet away, and she's out of danger. But when you're with a sword or hands or whatever, you're always in danger. So I was always totally envious of the stick.
And I don't know that the stuntmen felt that way, though.
Yeah.
Whereas with you, they're like, yeah, because they could,
Yeah, get in there.
dance. Yeah.
Punish me. Yes, chérie.
Hello from Germany. I wanted to know if you know some Spanish word.
Est-ce que vous connaissez des mots en espagnol?
Amor. Sometimes my Spanish is more Mexican Spanish. It's a bit different, you know.
C'est plutôt mon espagnol est plutôt de l'espagnol mexicain.
In fact, Renee, you're from Texas. You're probably quite... She would have much more Spanish than me.
It's funny because it is sort of it's the Mexican Spanish as well. So it's, por favor, uno más.
But you say that in Castilian, right? Same?
Castellano.
So it's...
René, tu viens du Texas, donc probablement tu connais plus de mots en espagnol que moi. Je connais effectivement plus de l'espagnol mexicain également. Hein, ce serait por favor, uno más. Peut-être parlais-tu plutôt de castillan.
And Lucy?
I'm trying, I only know, I know a song in Spanish. But not very well. I've forgotten all the words, so I shouldn't even have mentioned it. Only one word?
Yes.
Una vez nada más. Tell me the words. Una vez. Entra la vida. Una vez nada más. That's right. No. I'll practice it for you. I wish I didn't even start that. Okay, next question, please. Should we swap places so you can get photos of Ren?
You should stay together. You were standing so far away from each other.
We're just making sure that the people on the edges, get some time. And then we'll go together in 10 minutes. Hurry up, quick, ask your question.
Yeah, okay. I just look up like, no. If someone will ask you, I have two questions, from Renee. Oh, okay, just for Lucy. If someone...
Ask Renee. Ask the Renee question.
if someone would tell you, you stop acting and just get into the musical career, would you do that? I mean, not stop acting, but being just an actress, not doing musicals and stuff. Would you do it? Would you just do musical and being a singer? Si on vous demandait d'arrêter votre... Or would you not do that at all?
Si
on vous demandait d'arrêter votre carrière d'actrice, si on parle uniquement vraiment en tant qu'actrice et de plutôt vous consacrer à la comédie musicale ou à la chanson, est-ce que vous feriez?
Okay, but I'm going to say yes. Yeah.
Oui. Vraiment?
It's 50-50. I'm just saying yes.
Je dis oui, mais bon, 50-50. And Renee, I just love your film creative art because as a filmmaker and an actress as well, I just feel so inspired by your work. So
Me
thank
too.
you. Renee, j'admire votre travail en tant qu'actrice aussi.
Hi, you're both two, everyone in the room considered a hero, so I was just going to ask who your heroes are.
Vous êtes toutes les deux considérées comme...
For me, Kumi Naidu of Greenpeace International,
Right.
Bunny McDermott from New Zealand Greenpeace. What's the girl? It's not Jalala, is it? The girl who just won the Peace Prize for going to school. Malala.
I have so many.
La question était de savoir, vous avez été des héroïnes, vous-même, quelles sont vos héroïnes à vous? Je dirais, bon, moi, il y a mon travail avec Greenpeace, forcément, qui me tient vraiment à cœur, mais je dirais aussi, véritable héroïne, je citerai Malala.
I have so many. So I mean, when you say that, I just start going through the list, and it's usually iconic people. It's like Mother Teresa, it's Joan of Arc, it's Martin Luther King. it's people who have just taken a step off the ledge and just carved a new way as a pioneer. So.
J'en ai énormément, donc je peux avoir une très très grande liste, comme par exemple Mère Teresa ou Martin Luther King sont vraiment des gens qui ont été des précurseurs, qui ont fait avancer les choses, qui ont été des pionniers. Et j'ai vraiment, il y a beaucoup de héros pour moi.
Thank you.
Thank Thank you. Hello.
Hello. My question is, I know that Gabrielle and Xena were in love by the end, and that was really, really lovely.
Gabrielle et Xenite est amoureuse à la fin.
But I was also, and I really liked the kind of jealousy between Gabrielle and Ares. And I was wondering, Lucy, what was your opinion on, say, if Xena hadn't been in love with Gabrielle, do you think she would have maybe ended up with Ares, or do you think there would have been more of a romantic love between those two?
You're really committed to this, then.
Est-ce que si Xena n'avait pas été en relation avec Gabrielle, vous pensez que Gabrielle serait toujours amoureuse de Thaïs?
I think her hottest affair was with Marcus in the first season, with the harpies.
C'est avec Marcus qu'il y a eu la plus grande histoire.
That might have been her first true love. Deal with it. She was going through her boy phase.
Sa famille garçon.
Hello both. I have a question concerning over the course of the season. And once again, tongue-tied, I'm sorry.
Oh, that's adorable.
Over the course of the show, you've both been covered in all manners of goo, you more than most, Renee. I was just wondering which was the worst scene to shoot.
Vous avez eu au cours de l'ensemble des épisodes énormément de scènes à jouer, y compris des scènes un peu difficiles. Quelle a été pour vous la pire expérience de tournage?
It was the clay.
It was the
cold
mud
clay.
bath. The Caltucker?
Yeah, that was the one. That's still always the one. That's where I just went, oh no, over the edge.
That's,
Oh no.
Oh, that's right.
It
That was not a happy episode.
No,
was it,
it was horrible. It was,
C'était horrible.
yeah. It was just a combination of being in the winter with the cold mud and being hogtied and just everybody who could grab some mud and just put it on you. Wherever they want, you know, like here.
Une maison qui était attachée, il y avait l'hiver, la boue froide et chacun en prenait et en mettait où il voulait sur moi, c'était horrible.
And my most disgusting event was being covered in rats. When I was in the drain pipe under a castle, and there's everybody, including my 8-year-old daughter, with a bucket of rats. Everybody had a bucket of rats, and they were throwing them on me. And these poor little rats are so afraid that they're climbing up my corset and down my costume, and they're scratching me, and they're shitting on me. That was so disgusting. I was like, before it, I was like, yeah, rats, no trouble. After, I was like, oh, that was awful.
C'est une scène où j'étais dans les groupes sous un château et tout le monde était là avec des seaux, avec des rats, y compris ma fille, et tout le monde m'a jeté les rats sur moi. Ils sont même rentrés à l'intérieur de mon costume, ils étaient partout sur moi, c'était une scène horrible à tourner. Alors au départ, oui, bon, des rats, c'est pas très grave, allons-y. Et en fait, non, ça a été vraiment une scène traumatisante.
Everybody grab, you might have been doing it too, everybody grab a bucket of rats.
Tout le monde a pris.
Thank you.
T'es là.
Thank you. Bonjour.
Je voulais savoir, c'est une question un peu avancée, je voulais savoir, de tous les rôles qu'elle a joués dans Xena, quel était ton préféré?
Which is your favorite characters in Xena? Of all characters you played in Xena?
Oh, it was a relief to play Annie because she has the modern clothing, it's really comfortable.
C'est un soulagement de jouer Annie parce qu'elle avait des vêtements modernes qui étaient confortables.
And I could be my dorky self.
Je pouvais vraiment être moi-même.
Sometimes, yeah. They're all in me. Yeah.
Et ils font tous partie de moi.
Bonjour. Étant donné que vous tourniez en Nouvelle-Zélande, je suppose que vous n'étiez pas trop au courant de ce qui se passait aux États-Unis et je voulais savoir s'il y avait un moment particulier, vous vous souvenez, où vous vous êtes rendu compte que la série avait beaucoup de succès et devenait un peu iconique.
Wow, that's a good question.
So you were shooting the series in New Zealand. When did you did you know that there was so much excitement around the series in the United States?
Episode 8 in the first season, you and I was reading the newspaper from the Village Voice, the New York LGBT newspaper, and that was when we realized, hey, something unusual is going on here. This is kind of hip. And do you remember that?
Do. I have a different experience.
Yeah, go.
Oh, mine was when I remember you were doing a press tour with Kevin Sorbo, who's playing Hercules, and the show had been on. But I remember watching it, and they started yelling, Lucy, Xena, Xena, Xena. And it was interesting because everyone went, oh, what? What is this other show? But it became a new stream for me to recognize the popularity. Do you remember that?
Oh, that would cause some trouble.
Oh, yes.
Pour Lucie, c'est comme de la saison 1, l'épisode 8. À cette époque-là où ils ont lisé le journal et elles se sont rendues compte en fait à ce moment-là de ce que pouvait représenter la série et de l'engouement qu'elle suscitait. Et puis pour Gabriel, pour René, c'est au moment d'une série de conférences de presse où tout le monde s'est mis à crier Xena, Lucie. S'est vraiment rendu compte qu'il y avait un véritable engouement qui était suscité par cette série. Elle était accompagnée à ce moment-là de Kevin qui jouait Hercule.
It's amazing what I don't remember.
Because you were in it, but I remember the observation of watching the aftermath of it.
Right.
Je m'en rappelle pas du tout, mais si tu étais là.
Kia ora.
Kia ora.
I tried to come up with an original Xena question.
Please.
Yeah, it was really hard.
Good luck with that.
Yeah, I did my homework, so yeah.
Yeah, go.
Yeah, lots of watching YouTube movies, and so here it goes. What was Xena and Gabby drinking when they were in a bar?
Que buvaient Xena et Gabriel quand elles étaient dans un bar?
Whiskey sour.
And what were you really drinking when you did the fire breathing?
Kerosene.
Et quand vous crachez du feu, qu'est-ce que vous buviez? Du kérosène.
It was really dangerous. Now I look back and go, why did I do that? Why did I say yes?
C'est extrêmement dangereux quand j'y repense, je me demande pourquoi je l'ai fait, pourquoi j'ai dit oui.
Because when you're learning to do it, you go, and all your eyebrows are gone.
Quand vous apprenez à le faire, vous soufflez et la première fois, vos sourcils ont disparu.
I souffled my eyebrows.
Too. Didn't they bring like this container with the kerosene and, okay, don't touch it, no one touch this. But Lucy's gonna drink it. Don't hear it.
Il nous a mis les bidons avec l'essence, il dit surtout n'y touchez pas, n'y touchez pas. Bon, Lucie va le boire, mais vous n'y touchez pas.
3 questions pour 5 minutes, ok?
3 questions in 5 minutes.
Okay, yeah, we can do it, we can do it.
Bonjour. Je voudrais vous demander à Lucie, je suis totalement fan de sa voix et il parle beaucoup, je pense, et je voudrais juste savoir si elle pouvait chanter un petit quelque chose.
I really love your voice. Can you sing something?
Je suis préparée. Okay. In a minute, when we go out. So.
Avant de partir.
Okay.
So, have you ever felt there was something unresolved between your character about their children?
Je pensais qu'il y avait quelque chose qui restait non résolu par rapport aux enfants de vos personnages.
What's unresolved about our children? You know, Eve and what's her name? There was Solon.
Is it Dread? No, Hope. That's right.
Hope.
Ah oui, Hope.
My daughter Dread.
Dread
Hope. Hope. That's right. Hope.
Yeah.
That's so good.
She had talk about, a mommy complex, I guess, right? Try to kill me off later.
Oui, un complexe, c'est me tuer.
The answer is no, no unresolved issues here.
Non, non, il y a rien de non résolu ici.
The children can look after themselves.
Les enfants peuvent s'occuper d'eux-mêmes.
That's the kind of women we are.
C'est la sorte de femme que nous sommes.
Hello, you two. We saw already yesterday evening, the whole day. I have the last question, so I would take the chance to thank you for coming. I want to thank Xenite for making this possible and the security, of course. And yes,
very
we do
nice.
And this is my first convention, maybe the last, so I'm still totally excited, you know what I mean. And during the talks with the fans, I realized that we love singing you, or hear you singing, and we would like to ask you if you would sing the burial for us.
Well, that's easy.
C'est ma première convention, je suis vraiment ravie de l'ambiance qu'il y a. Je voudrais profiter de cette occasion de donner de faire la dernière question pour vous remercier Xenite, pour vous remercier vous d'être venus. Et je voulais savoir si vous pouviez chanter.
תודה לא רביה רוביה ורתש חדר עמי אינו נסרי עליך תודה לא רבה נעמיינה רוביה ורתש חדר עמי. Thank you very much. We want to thank you so much for translating so beautifully. To Xenite for having us.